We've got a great Sunday shaping up for you here right outside Cincinnati. It's the Kroger Queen City Championship presented by P&G. Grant Boone, Karen Stupples. We're with the final group. China's Yan Liu at the tough 9th.
Not really surprised to see that miss out of the rough because, as you can see, there's not an awful lot of room between that flag and that penalty area. She's in the final group with new Hall of Fame member Lydia Ko, whom you see there is 2 behind Gino Titicun, as they have separated themselves just a bit here. Lydia is 3 under today, so is Gino, and a big shot here for Lydia. Gino looks on and waits. Ball is above her feet.
You like that one?
Karen, this has been the toughest hole all week here, this 9th.
Well, this whole location is not going to make it any easier for these players. And the reason why Lydia is so concerned with that wind, you can see the wind's off the right. Lydia likes to play a little fade, so that will take some distance off the shot. You have to be so precise. There's only 13 yards of green total on that right portion of the green where the flag is situated. It's not often you see Lydia this indecisive about the shot, or this, you know, with this much doubt. But one thing's for certain, now she's gone into it, this is what she's buying into.
Not a lot of wind, but just enough, right, for a shot like this?
Well, particularly if you're Lydia, who has so precise, especially with her shot shape.
How much tougher here from the rough for Gino?
Oh, it's huge. I mean, you have no margin for error. You've only got 13 yards of green from where it starts over the penalty area to over the back of the green. I mean, you have to expect Gino to err on the side of being longer here. So difficult to control from the rough. Not going to get much spin on it.
Oh, that was the concern. How about the lie?
Well, I mean, as you can see, there's a lot of fluffy, longer grass back there. She's going to have a downhill lie, and that's going to be quite speedy, with trouble just lurking the other side.
World number 1 Nelly Korda trying to make a Sunday charge. Birdied her first hole. This is at the 11th for birdie, and maybe running out of gas after an emotional week last week at the Solheim Cup. Karen, this was from earlier. Lydia Ko at the 6th for birdie.
And one of the longest, well, the longest par 5 on this golf course. But Lydia Ko getting the job done with the putter.
She began today 2 behind Titicun. That tied Gino briefly, but then just seconds later, Gino did this.
Better approach in for Gino, and just following Lydia, not really giving Lydia any room at the moment.
Each would par the par 3 7th, and then at the 8th, Lydia was up there short of the green in 2, and Titicun did this.
Just another mammoth drive from Gino.
And that would set her up for an eagle putt. 11 under already on the par 5s at that point. Lydia had this for eagle.
Just off a little uphill lie, and I think we all thought she had a really good opportunity to make it. Just a hair off with the reed.
She would birdie it, Gino would eagle it, and so it's a 2-shot lead for Titicun as they play the par 4 9th on this Sunday outside Cincinnati. NBC Sports and the LPGA Tour proudly present the season-long race to the CME Globe. From Mainville, Ohio, it's final round coverage of the Kroger Queen City Championship presented by P&G. Now the calendar says it's the first day of autumn. Still feels like summer here, about 30 miles north of downtown Cincinnati. Temperatures around 90 degrees, feels like 95, hot and humid. And two of the very best in the world are going at it here head-to-head in the final group, with Gino Titicun and Lydia Ko each vying along with the rest of the field. 144 began on Thursday, hoping to hoist that trophy. Karen and I are joined by Tom Abbott and Cincinnati's own Amy Rogers out on the golf course. We take you out to the ninth and we say hello to Tom.
Yeah, this is not nice here, Amy. It's quite a steep bank that she's playing from behind the green.
Not nice at all. Awkward lie. Ball sitting down in the rough. It's still moist back here from the overnight as well.
Steady on. Steady. Steady. Yeah, it's just going to hang on that grass. But it's a very difficult hole, the ninth, Karen.
It is. And you, I mean, it's such a skinny green where they're playing from. There's no place to miss it.
And you can see it's a similar situation here for Gino. What's the lie like, Amy?
Not as nasty as the one we just saw from Liu, but also on this downslope. You have to be so delicate with the speed here.
Look at that. I mean, she pitched that in the rough and it still goes past the hole, but that was really well done.
And I think strategically played just a little bit more to the right, just in case that got a bigger hop than she wanted, because there's a bit more room, a bit more green to the right there than had she taken a direct line at the flag.
Look at that, how delicate that is.
And that takes a bit of courage to land it in grass that's still as long as that, trusting that it was going to hop on.
It's going to be Yan Liu to play first. Good news for her, Amy, she's coming back the other way now.
Yeah, not as daunting, at least looking this direction. Don't have that water to worry about on the other side. But as Karen mentioned, this is such a narrow green, and the pin location today, the most narrow point, it pinches it. It's only 10 paces wide at this area, so still not much green to work with.
She fancied it. Oh, how did that not drop? She thought it was going to go in as well.
Would have been a sensational par.
Yeah, that's going to mean a front nine of 1 under for Yan Liu. She's going to fall back to 14 under par. But right now, even if she doesn't win, she's doing enough as we watch this reaction. She thought she had. Oh, you can't give it the early fist pump. You can't do that. Oh, the golf gods will get you for that, and they did.
Like touching the trophy before you
Yeah,
play.
I mean, that was the full fist pump before it had dropped.
Nelly Korda at the 12th. Running out of time, running out of holes, but as usual, the encouragement from her caddy, Jason. Good swing, he says. And a chance for birdie. It's been a really nice day for Korea's Jin-hee Im. She's vying for LPGA Rookie of the Year honors, and Karen, she's 6 under today.
This is a really good round for her, and really sneaking away up the leaderboard. Started the day in a 23rd position, now in a tie for 4th.
And back we go to the 9th.
Well, Lydia Ko has a putt for birdie.
She does comfortably on this green. Like her two playing partners, playing from the back portion of this green. This is going to be very delicate down the hill, may slide just off to her left.
Could be to tie the lead because Gino has a putt for par. Did she make it? It's going to be a 4 for Lydia. Lydia did briefly tie the lead earlier in the round, but it was only for couple of or maybe less than a couple of minutes, because Gino then followed her in with a birdie at 6.
All right, can someone make a late charge from behind? Alban Valenzuela second at the 10th. A week ago, she was battling Lydia Ko in the Solheim Cup.
She was. And she's been aggressive. I mean, trying to take that back in there, trying to make a move on the leaders. But from that rough, it was hard to stop.
And here's the par putt for Titicaca.
She lifted herself about 15 feet here. Coming back. Just slightly uphill.
Oh, it moved a ton. It really moved a lot on her. So that's going to be the first bogey of the day for Gino Titicaca. And she is going to fall back but still be in the lead here. A couple of bogeys yesterday, coming home at 16 and 17. But it's been a very solid week so far for the Thai star. She still has a one-shot lead here.
Nelly Korda for birdie at the 12th. Had a good start yesterday and stalled out just a little bit.
Flag today on the 11th is sort of on the front portion of that left plateau. There's an uphill putt here for Lim Kim. Gets her to 11 under par, winner of the US Women's Open back in the COVID year 2020.
And we saw Valenzuela left of the green at the 10th.
Oh, what a great effort.
That close to getting a share of third. Back we go to the tee as our final group makes the turn. Lydia Ko now just one back.
This par 4 10, 395 yards today, the longest we've seen this whole place so far this week. Just a slight dog leg left and slightly into the wind. You can definitely feel like something's coming out here, guys. Feels like the atmosphere is changing a little bit.
No rain in more than a month, but a chance of some heavy stuff later today. By the way, Karen, she's missed one fairway each day. That's it for Lydia.
That's impressive, given that her driving has been a little bit of a weakness within her game over the last sort of 4 years or so. But really, she has found security with her driver when it comes by hitting that little fade. I mean, it's and a fairway finder when she tees it down low.
Stopped at her neighborhood Kroger to pick up some fruit, and having a little bite there, she makes the turn. And now the lead for Titicaca down to 1.
Looking to find the fairway here. Said yesterday how critical it is. It's just sometimes these fairways are so unpredictable. This is another one here. So many little mounds and ridges and bumps. Just never really quite sure where this drive might end up.
Well, Karen, we've talked about Gino being a top 10 machine, 35 top 10s in 2.5 years on the LPGA Tour. Our insights by KPMG, though, shows us she's only had a couple of leads entering the final round. She won one and lost one.
Interesting, you know, when you look at that. I mean, 74 in the final round, definitely not very Gino-like. 68, very much more like the norm. I mean, she's a very comfortable player out there on the course. Doesn't let too many things interfere and stress her out, to be honest with you. So,
by the way, the player who won the BMW Ladies that year, Lydia Ko. Here's Yan Liu, 26-year-old from China, second year on the LPGA, looking anxiously. Oh, she's okay now.
It was a little tight to that left side, but the way this whole doglegs round to the left, players do really feel like they have to hug that side.
Jin Hee Im had a share of the lead through 36 holes at the season's first major, the Chevron Championship. That for birdie at the 16th. It's been a really, really good rookie season for her. She's second only to Japan's Mao Saigo in the Louis Suggs Rolex Rookie of the Year race. A couple of former Rookies of the Year are 1 and 2 here on this Sunday. Today's coverage is brought to you by Procter & Gamble, touching lives, improving life. By CME Group, where risk meets opportunity. And by Skechers. Try hands-free Go Golf Skechers slip-ins. Just step in without bending down. You can see the flag tucked at the back of the 10th green. We move back into the fairway and we find our leader Gino Titakun getting ready for her second.
I mentioned all those mounds and undulations in this fairway. Titakun has found one of those little valleys. She's got 173 to the hole, and from where she is in the fairway, she cannot see the bottom of the flag stick from here.
Looks like the number on the club was a 6-iron, Amy.
173 to the hole.
So she's going to land this a little bit short, let it release back to that hole. There's a slope in this green that will take the ball back there. Oh, struck it. She was expecting that to release back there for sure. Just didn't do it.
At the 14th, this is a birdie attempt from off the back of the green. Anna Kurtz Madsen from Denmark. Well, that's her 6th birdie of the day. She's 5 under on the round, and she's moved into the top 10. She's now tied for 4th.
She's had a little bit of form sort of coming into this. The last sort of 5 or so events, she's really started to make some good improvements in her form.
As opposed to Yan Liu, who has missed 7 straight cuts until this week, and now here she is, as you see, tied for 4th.
Yeah, here she is playing the final group on a Sunday for the first time. She's got 140 to this back pin.
And what that tells you is that you have players that continually keep working on the process, trusting that eventually it will pay off, and here it is paying off.
And Lydia did that, didn't she, when she fell outside the top 50, worked her way back to number 1, currently 3rd in the world, and 1 back.
Ko with 140 to the hole, slight side hill lie, ball just below her feet.
Okay.
Lydia just applying the pressure here.
Long birdie putt coming for Gino Titakun. Lydia is going to have one from close range. It's Titakun by 1.
So 13th hole, second shot here for Nelly Korda. Six back of the lead.
Back we go to the 10th, and this is a fourth shot for Yan Liu, Amy.
Yes, just left her third, still short of this green, only able to advance it a few feet.
This is a huge day for Yan. She's 94th in the race to the CME Globe. Top 100. Keep their cards for next year. So that'll be for bogey. And now, with Lydia Ko in there from close range, Gino Titicun will go first for birdie.
Titicun from long range, putting from the front to back of this green. It's downhill all the way. Watched a little bit of her on the front this morning. She had trouble judging the speed on a few of these. We'll see how well she can gauge this one.
Wow. I'll say that was really well judged across the board.
It is going to give Lydia a putt to tie the lead. And she goes around the coin of Lydia. You see there, about 15 feet away for Lydia. Bogey at the 9th, missed the fairway, missed the green. One more look at this long putt for birdie.
I mean, it was looking awfully good.
All right, she'll right down a 4. Par 5 11th coming up. And now Lydia.
She's done a great job of converting these opportunities so far today. Watched her roll in a long one at the first for that first birdie of the day. Really just didn't seem so steady today being in this situation compared to her two playing partners. I think that experience goes a long way on this final round Sunday. Go with about 15 feet down the hill.
And we have a tie. The 17th birdie to go along with an eagle for Lydia. Just a single bogey in, what is this now, 64 holes for the week?
Was just so impressive. Watching Lydia plot her way around the golf course, the drives, hitting the fairways, hitting shot shapes into these flags, taking on pins that look somewhat intimidating, and then making the putts.
And now 3 shots clear of their nearest pursuer, Yuka Saso, who's had a really good day today in spite of a double bogey. And now Liu, you see they're 94th in the race to the CME Globe. There are still some events to go, 7 more events before the CME Group Tour Championship. But a big day for her. This is for bogey.
About 15 feet here for Liu, downhill. Sliding to her right.
Bogey double for Liu. So good to have you with us here for the final round of the Kroger Queen City Championship presented by P&G. We just saw that leaderboard, Karen. Mathematically, there are a handful of players still with a chance to win, but it's beginning to feel like a 2-horse race, isn't it?
It really is. And when you look at the leaders, they're at 18 under par. You've got a couple of par 5s coming up. I mean, realistically, you're looking at a number that's now moving to about 20 under par that the other players have to get to. And the holes are really running out. I mean, Alban Valenzuela, she's at 14. Still got to try and squeeze in 6 birdies to get to that 20. 20 under par. So it's looking very difficult. Sasso, holes are running out for her, same as Jin Hee Im and Madsen. So it's not going to be an easy task for anybody to catch up with those two.
And given who those two are, both former rookies of the year, both have been #1 in the world. And of course, Lydia this year getting her 20th and 21st LPGA titles and the Olympic gold medal, which put her in to the LPGA Hall of Fame. This is her first start since winning at St. Andrews, and here she is with a chance to win again.
No question. I mean, Lydia just seems relentless when it comes to her pursuit around this golf course. Gino's doing everything she can to keep her nose just in front, but that last hole with that birdie, I mean, just a great example of what Lydia's been doing. Hitting the fairway, challenging those flags with fantastic iron and distance control, and then wielding that putter as we've seen her do in the past so well.
Off they go to the 11th.
Par 5. A little bit more breeze here. So it's been playing slightly more difficult, Amy. Is that because it's into the wind here?
Yeah, totally into the wind at the moment. This is the strongest wind we have seen all week. This hole, however, playing the shortest it has all week as well. This par 4, 457 yards today. Ko's just been spot on with this club today. Hasn't even been looking most of the time of where it ends up.
Yeah, same there. She doesn't even look at where the ball finishes. So confident she is in the way she's hitting that drive. And she's talked about the fact that she's driving the ball well, and the stats would indicate that. And now, as we take a look at Gino Tidekun, we can use our top tracer technology presented by Progressive Insurance. A little more concerned, but it gets a kick back towards the fairway. Move up a couple of holes, and we've got Nelly Korda putting for birdie. Yeah, might be a little too late though. She's going to have to just pour in the birdies coming home and maybe eagle the last. Speaking of eagles, here's an eagle putt for Haydon Yu. Flew it up onto the green here. Back down the hill, and that has some speed in it. That's going to be a birdie for Haydon.
I'm telling you, she looks
She will move to 13 under.
All right, Charlie Hull last Sunday never saw the 16th hole. She beat Nelly Korda in Solheim Cup singles 6 and 4.
That was a pretty good victory. I mean, Charlie just did everything right that day against Nelly. I mean, just fantastic iron shots, and then she made putts from all over the place.
Even Nelly was laughing about it.
She had to,
She said, thank you for that proper defeat. Well, you can Google it and see what she said. It's even better.
Yuka Saso second at the 15th. Karen was talking about the fact that time is running out for these players that have fewer holes to play here in the final round, chasing those 2 stars at the top of the leaderboard. Flag today at the back of the green for the first time. What a shot from Yuka, and that will leave her a good chance for a birdie to get it to 16 under par. This hole is going to be important for those players chasing the top 2 players, because this is one of those holes where you can take advantage. The par 5 11th. The tree's really beginning to rustle though, as Amy was mentioning. That breeze kicking up as we take a look at 54 hole positions of her victories. 11 times she led or co-led. 4 back once, 2 back twice, 3 back on 4 occasions. Today, of course, Lydia was a couple back starting this final round. Now tied for the lead. Taking a look at our insights by KPMG there. Now ready to go. This one slightly below her feet, Amy.
It is just below her feet. She's got a hybrid here. 203 directly into the wind and uphill to this elevated green. Pin over on the front left side today.
Oh yes, that chase is up. Just got to get up a little bit more. There's a little front there. That is perfect. What a shot. Really, that is top notch from Lydia Ko. She's talked about her ball striking being really good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it looks it. I mean, everything about it is exactly what you needed to do, and it was well thought out shot about where she actually needed to land that to get that result.
Tidekun, who's 13 under on the par 5 so far this week.
179 to the hole.
It's going to come back a little bit there. Advantage Lydia. It's almost like a match play battle.
It really does feel like it.
Let's take a look at that second shot one more time. And this golf swing, what do you like?
I like the fact that she's very content and comfortable with hitting that fade. She's not trying to do anything other than that. The practice swing, the little set that she does in her backswing at the sort of the 9 o'clock position with her arms is identical to the position that she swings the club through, and it's been a really good guide for her with her swing.
Yan Liu.
Wind gusting even harder at the moment. 174 to the flag.
Good for her to bounce back here if she can knock it on the green. Yeah, that's a really good shot. There's some speed and some power in her game. Lydia Ko, though, with a wonderful second shot, sets up a great eagle chance. We'll see it when we come back. Back here in the final round of the Kroger Queen City Championship, presented by P&G. The third time that this event has been part of the LPGA schedule, but the first time that we're here at TPC Rivers Bend. We're in Mainville, Ohio, about 25 miles north of downtown Cincinnati in the southern part of the state. It's been a very hot week here, unseasonably warm for this time of the year. And this is Gino Tidekun, who's going to pull the metal wood out here, the fairway metal.
Tidekun getting creative with this one. Same collection area she played up from yesterday, but a lot less green to work with. Uphill all the way to this whole location.
Grass looked like it was growing towards her. And I think that took quite a bit of steam out of it.
It's not a shot that I've seen her play that often.
No, it isn't, and it's quite the acquired taste. It requires a bit of practice and a little bit of work at to be really comfortable doing it.
We're getting close to players like Hit On You needing to do something magical to even have a chance here. Lydia's got a putt for eagle. This is head on at 12. Up to 15.
This is important for Yuka. She needs to make these. You need to birdie in, and that is the first. If she's going to birdie in, the first of those 4 birdies needed. Get to that 20 under par number. She'd have to go birdie, birdie, eagle. That's what Karen was talking about as a potential for victory. But if Lydia knocks this in for eagle, that maybe even lower.
I mean, I think 20 with a little bit of help as well from Lydia or Gino.
Tidekun going to be first to go.
Still away after that awkward shot came up short, rolled back down. Got to get this one moving.
Well, she'll be disappointed. You can see how steep that is. It's a good angle there from that side. That's why it was slow back up the hill. So that's going to be a 5 for Gino in a hole where she would really want to take advantage. We talked about how well she's played the par 5s this week as we go back to 12.
And Valenzuela alone in 4th.
Good aggressive line here too.
Well, this championship has changed dramatically here in the last few minutes, with Lydia making a charge back to 11.
Yeah, the bogey double bogey from Yan Liu slipped her from projected to go to 74th in the race to the CME Globe to 86th in the race to the CME Globe. And as we mentioned, she's 94th coming in danger of losing her status for next year. Still got 7 events left, so not guaranteed. These last 8 holes, Amy, are going to be really important. This is an eagle putt.
But she's talked about her mental strength, that's really one of the stronger areas of her game. We'll see how she can rely on that, try and get something back here. He's moving right to left.
It should be a birdie.
And that's okay. Like, trying to make it all up in one hole is very difficult. Just be patient with it. Take your birdie. Hold steady on the couple of tougher holes coming up. That's 14, 15, 16.
Can't quite get the ball settled there, so just going to repair a little bit of the green and let's see if this ball stays. Yeah, okay. Greens have been very good this week. Golf course, Lydia was saying, has really changed from when they first arrived here on Monday. Players, many of them getting their first look at this golf course. It did host an Epson Tour event for 3 years. There are some players in the field who would have played here during their Epson Tour years, but most players here seeing it for the first time on Monday, and it has changed. It's firmed up over the course of the week, and players getting some really big drives.
Nelly to go back-to-back with birdies. Okay. I mean, mathematically, she'd have to birdie in an eagle 18, but you got Lydia putting for eagle at the 11th. Still a good week for Nelly after the.
Oh, no question.
Amazing.
Has to be exhausted.
Yeah. Here we go, Tom.
Yeah, this is to get to 20 under par. This is for the eagle.
Putting from the front of the green, similar line to where Titagoon was playing from, so she'll have a good idea of what kind of speed she needs on this one. About 15 feet below the hole.
Yeah. What a 3 at what a time to do it. And Lydia Ko has a 2-shot lead now in the final round of this Kroger Queen City Championship presented by P&G.
First day of fall after an unforgettable summer for Lydia Ko. Went to the last hole at the Olympic competition in Paris, leading by 1, wedged it close, made birdie, and completed the medal collection. That gold put her in the LPGA Hall of Fame, and the tears flowed. She heard that New Zealand national anthem at the top of the podium. And then, a couple of weeks later at St. Andrews, tightly bunched Lilia Vu, Nelly Korda, all in there close, and Lydia at the 18th. It had been overcast, it had been wet, windy, cold all week, and then, Karen, the sun came out just in time for this.
I mean, a Cinderella ending, really, for Lydia Ko at the home of golf.
Had to wait for a minute, and then when Lilia Vu missed her birdie attempt at the 18th, it meant that Lydia had the AIG Women's Open trophy. Her first major in 8 years, her third different major championship won. Take a look at the major winners. Nelly, that was her 5th straight win. Chevron Championship, Yuka Sasso, U.S. Women's Open coming from behind. First majors for the veteran Amy Yang. And the young Japanese star Kaputaway and Lydia at St. Andrews.
I mean, that's quite the lineup of major champions this year.
Great venues, great champions. And how about this? On the 15th hole yesterday, remember that tough bunker shot she had?
Oh, that's ridiculously good.
Gino made birdie. Lydia had a putt that, had she missed, should have been 5 shots back late yesterday. Made it. Gino had a couple of stumbles coming in, and suddenly now Lydia leads by 2. Well, here it was.
I mean, it was so difficult. The ball was sort of nestled down in one of those rake marks. Downhill lie, green, moving away from her penalty area, the other side, just landing that exactly where she needed to.
Made that, stayed 4 back. And now it's Lydia in front. They're waiting on the tee at the 12th. Up ahead, Alban Valenzuela for birdie. Well, we said when we came on the air that there were a half dozen players with a mathematical chance to win. That's down maybe to just a couple. And here's Yuka at the 16. Got to be encouraging for Yuka, Karen, having missed 3 straight cuts.
Oh, exactly. And her game is good for next week too. I mean, it really suits that course.
Hit on you at the 12th to get to 14 under. She won the last official event 3 weeks ago at another TPC course, TPC Boston. And we can really tell the difference in the conditions, can't we? Just visually, but certainly you see the trees blowing in the wind.
Well, a little bit overcast now too. We've got a little bit of cloud cover.
This area desperately needs the rain. It's been well over a month since they had any measurable precip. Let's hope it comes, but comes after we're done. Par putt here for Alban. Frustrated with a couple of 3 putts this week, but otherwise Alban coming off the Solheim Cup experience for the first time, playing very well. Upcoming schedule next week: Walmart Northwest Arkansas Championship presented by P&G. Remember, that's just a 3-day event. Week off, and then off to China, Korea for the BMW Ladies Championship, Malaysia, the Maybank, 2nd year of that event, and the Toto Japan Classic.
Always found that an exciting stretch. Looking forward to going over to Asia. You get treated really well over there.
I just had English line last year, like beginning of last year, but before that I did it. It's so bad.
These 2 former teenage phenoms.
This is Bianca Pagdananen. Oh, yes. She's battling away out there. A player who's trying to get inside the top 100 in the race to the CME Globe. That actually gets her to a projected 100 spot. Long way to go yet, but every shot counts.
Clouds gathering. Lydia Ko after that eagle on the tee here at the par 3.
Mills was standing here waiting, talking, chatting it up with Gino Tidakun. They were having some good laughs. Just passing the time. The par 3 today, 163 yards.
Take a look at this one with our top tracer technology, presented by Progressive Insurance.
We saw Lydia has a 5-iron out, so this isn't going to be a very big swing for Lydia. Just a smoothie.
And Lydia's going to play in Korea next week on the LPGA. She had her U.S. coach, Holton Freeman, here with her this week, just to try to make sure that the basics were all there. Lydia, in her first event since St. Andrews, winning the AIG Women's Open. And her caddy over in Korea, Siwoo Lee, will be caddying for her actually next week. And now, as Lydia looks on, Yan Liu.
Wind just beginning to pick up again here. Still into these players. The pin today way over on that right side, just 3 off that right edge.
They haven't had to factor the wind in much this week, Karen.
No, it's been quite still out there. There's been a few little gusty spots, but not too many.
Now Gino.
She's talked about how important it's been to just erase any of those bad shots, and I think just seeing her laughing, smiling with Lydia a few moments ago will go a long way in her moving forward here at the par 3. And starting to die down just a little bit.
It was a 2-shot lead for Gino Titicun. When the day began, she led by 2 after the 8th hole. Lydia with the birdie at the 10th, and then this for eagle at the 11th, and it's Lydia Ko in front by 2. This is the second shot at the par 3 12th for Yan Liu. Close. Remember the pitch she had at 9 that almost went in? I don't think she fist pumped that one though. Too early. Saw Yuka at 16, well right of the hole. This is the comebacker for par. 7 under, Karen, today for Yuka.
I mean, that's a seriously good round of golf. And I mean, but this is a player that I was expecting to see play this golf course well. I mean, with the high ball flight as far as she hits it, not really a surprise.
Neither is it a surprise to have these two at the top of the leaderboard. Lydia Ko in front by a couple, and she's got a pitch shot here from behind the 12th.
Even though it's felt like summer here all week, it is fall now, I guess, technically. So she's just doing a little cleanup, getting some of these leaves off the green, especially as this wind has kicked up. It's brought a lot more debris into this area. Go just off the back. Has a decent lie though in this rough. Plenty of green to work with, but downhill all the way.
So Karen, we should say with Lydia, this is for birdie, right?
We should, but it's not a shot that you can fall asleep on too. You can see how the ball is kind of perched up on top of the grass, so you really have to judge contact with that club face. You see she's almost not really grounding that club all the way to the bottom of the grass to try and gauge that contact, but still came out a bit fluffy because of it.
Titikun's got a birdie putt, so this could get a little tighter. Nelly making a little run here on the back 9. Tom?
Yeah, good drive at the 15th with the tee back again, and the flag towards the back of the green, And this is going to work out well. That's a really good shot from Nelly, and a chance for another birdie. That would be 3 birdies in a row. Get her to 15 under par.
Right, here is the 21-year-old from Thailand, Gino Titakun. This for birdie, and Lydia still with a par putt to come.
Long effort across the screen, downhill, moving left to right.
Gino from long range.
She's like, Lydia, don't get too comfy up there. I'm right here and I'm not going anywhere.
Love it. Remember the long one at 10 that was judged so well for pace? And barely missed. This one did not miss. And even Lydia says, yeah.
Yeah. When you see a player giving it that sideways walk, you know that she's loving the line.
Think about what Lydia has meant to an entire generation of players. She knows what Gino felt like as a teenage wonderkind. Now these two are going at it head to head. This is for par to stay in front.
She's left herself about 8 feet short of this hole. This will be a downhill putt for Ko, also sliding to the left.
And the short game, as it has her entire career, saves Lydia again. She stays in front by 1. 1 bogey all week for Lydia Ko. But Gino does pick up a shot. It's been a great year for Thai players on home soil. Patty Tavatanagit with her first LPGA title since she won the Chevron Championship in dominating fashion in 2021. And then at the Dana Open, Shineti Wanasean had a huge Sunday to win in Portland last year. Held off Heidan Yu. And then in Portland, where Shineti was the defending champion, yeah, it was Moria Jatanagarn, who did not make a bogey the first 71 holes of the tournament. She could afford it there. And Moria picked up her 3rd LPGA title. And of course, what we didn't see was Gino Titakun winning the team title at the Dow Championship with Ronnie Yen from China. So, Karen, the Thai players, since Moria Jatanagarn became the first winner on the LPGA Tour in 2016, have just kept on winning.
They really have. And Moria's sister area really kind of set the tone for Thai players with regards to what they can achieve and where they can go on the LPGA Tour. And every single one of them has looked up to her and what she's been able to do. And it's given them a nice bar for them to try and attain.
And you think what the LPGA has meant to Thai golf, bringing a huge event there for close to 20 years now. And Gino Titakun is an example of what has been produced.
And you saw what it meant to Patty Tavatanagit when she won at home, to be a home winner. It just means the world to these players.
Here's Gino's tee shot.
Right into the wind, really exposed with this elevated tee.
Yeah. Gino, part of that group of 7 Thai players who've won a total of 26 events on the LPGA Tour. It only started in 2016 with Ariya Jutanugarn winning in Alabama. This is Nelly, who kind of gave her that putt, and that will get Nelly to 15 under par, 3 birdies in a row. Needs to keep this going if she's going to have any chance. Birdie, birdie, eagle, and maybe there's an outside chance she could set a target in the clubhouse, which will get these players thinking. They're still back on the 13th tee, which is where we find Lydia Ko.
This par 4, 399 yards today. The fairway here, another one. Quite a few rolling mounds and undulations. Can get some unusual kicks in this fairway.
Yeah, that's fine, but not getting the run that we saw in the last couple of days, as it's straight into the wind now. Valenzuela up on the green, this for a birdie, back down into the large bowl at the back of this green where they've cut the flag a couple of times now this week. This one looks good from Valenzuela. So she gets to 16 under par, trying to mount a challenge towards the top of this leaderboard. Gino Tidekun climbing closer to Lydia Ko with this long birdie putt at the 12th. It is a head-to-head battle. A few other players trying to get into it. Back on the 13th hole. Cloud cover has come in. We've been told that the bad weather is to the north of us, so we're okay at the moment. Is that looks like it could be one of the greatest ice creams that was brought into the. But I cannot believe that Lydia would be eating an ice cream out there. I'm sure it's far more healthy.
It's got dairy. You know, it's good for you.
We haven't had a delivery today.
No, not too late.
It's not too late.
Tom, you guys are shameless. I mean, just throwing it out there.
We always like to sample the local delicacies.
Yeah, it's part of what we do.
Yeah. Report back.
It has been, we saw in that graphic, Tom, just fascinating to just watch what's happened today.
With the back and forth.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose it's really been going kind of one way overall for Lydia. And I thought at the 6th hole, when she sort of briefly tied the lead and then Gino made that birdie to regain the lead, that I thought Gino would press on, and she did with that eagle at the 8th, but dropped back at 9, and Lydia just pounced there at 10 and 11, as you saw. A lot of club here, Amy.
Yeah, it looks to have a hybrid here. She's got 187 to this back pin today. Ball just didn't get any sort of rollout or release off that tee.
It's that little fade that she plays into the wind. Just kind of knocked it out of the air, I suspect.
That's such a good
Wow.
shot. I mean, think of the shot she hit there and the shot she hit on 11. That is world class.
This has got to feel dead calm compared to her last start at St. Andrews.
Yeah, the conditions there are so difficult, and she handled it so well there.
I mean, off that, just that little upslope, hitting that little fade. And this is, you know, again, I've talked a little bit about Lydia going back to her roots with hitting the fade. This, to me, is Lydia going back to her roots again by hitting hybrids into flags as close as players hit 9-irons into flags.
Tree trouble for Yan Liu.
Yeah, she's well left of the fairway, mound up ahead from the rough and trees to navigate. Really difficult shot.
Where did that finish, Amy? Did you see?
I can't see where it ended up. You can't see the green at all back here from where Liu was playing from.
Yeah, just obviously having some trouble. Tidekun, though, in good shape.
.150 to the hole for Tidekun. Breeze starting to pick up again. It's cutting across right to left.
Probably an 8-iron, Gino.
Oh, mistake.
Wow.
Going to be chipping back into the wind, Karen, but that's thick back there.
Yeah, with not an awful lot of green to use either.
Well, Nelly Korda, 3 straight birdies. And here she is on the tee at the 16th. Jason McDeed liked it. I'll just say this. That's a tough result. If the nasty weather comes in and Nelly were to post a number, it could make things a little interesting. At the moment, no delays, and Lydia by 1.
Today's coverage is brought to you by Kroger, the best of fresh, supporting golf's very best. And by Win Grips, the best grips in golf.
Back at the 13th and the 3rd shot here for Gino Titicum. Oh. Well, to have a go at holing it from that tough lie and give herself a chance. The mistake was made, of course, with that 2nd shot just going long.
Up at the 14th, the 2nd for Alban Valenzuela.
Go. Go.
Didn't go quite as far as she wanted, but leaves her not for birdie. 17.
Sasso for birdie. Oh, good speed, yeah. That'll be a 4 for Yuka. Currently in 3rd place. Go to the 15th. Alim Kim. See if she can get it all the way back. Oh, nice kick off the edge of the green. That just needs to get over the rise there.
Seems like this back hole location, Tom, is a little easier for these players to get to. The front one has been much harder.
It's a par putt now for Yan Liu.
Liu unable to reach this green in 2 and then came up short with her 3rd. Still a lot of work here.
He's going to drop her back to 12 under. She's just battling away out there. It's not easy. Let's go to 16.
And the pitch for Nelly.
Bad, just get it a little bit off the where the fringe and the green met, that little ridge that you get there.
That'll be for par. Back to 13.
And trying to save par here, Gino Titicum.
On a similar line to Liu's putt as well. She's just on this ridge below the hole. About 12 feet down the hill, sliding to the left.
That's bad timing.
Bad, really, Karen, to make a bogey from the middle of the fairway like that.
Yeah, with, I mean, only 150 yards left.
Just feel like can't make those mistakes going up against Lydia with the way that she's played on this back 9.
No, I think that was a misjudgment of the wind. I think she felt that was a little more hurt in there than there was. Amy's described it being a cross.
Eight on you at the 14th. And a chance to join Yuka at 16 under. And another chance for Lydia to add to the lead.
Yeah, big putt here. I mean, this has just been so impressive in the final round from Ko.
Haven't really seen any weaknesses in her game today, and she said she felt like this week her putting has just kind of been average, that she's just made the critical putts when she really needed to. See if she can roll this one in.
Yeah, she talked about smart club selection off the tee, and just giving herself chances this weekend. She's given herself a great chance here. It takes Lydia Ko to 7 under par in this final round, and now she has a 3-shot lead. And you think about the approach at 11, she made the eagle, and then this was exquisite with the wind really starting to gust. Just pitched it in the perfect spot, Karen.
Well, it really did. I mean, a great judgment, because she's been playing that little fade. So she faded it up into the wind, allowing the ball to stop a little bit softer on the green and just using the contours. I mean, just she's leaving nothing to chance. She's taking everything into account and then executing.
All right, this for a 5th straight 3 for Nelly Korda. There you go. She stays in a tie for 4th.
Elim Kim for the birdie at 15. Yeah, just enough of the hole.
I was a little handsy on that stroke, but she got away with it.
It's been not the best of seasons for Elim Kim. A couple of top 10 finishes. Did have a top 10 in the Chevron Championship earlier in the season.
Lydia Ko, 21 LPGA titles, 21 under par, a 2-shot deficit when the round began, a 3-shot lead, now with 5 holes to play. Karen, it's amazing. You think about the year she's had. She started with a victory in the season opener, 2 great chances to win in her next 2 events, including a playoff loss to Nelly in Bradenton. Dipped a little bit, began working with Holton Freeman, found some form late summer, and she hasn't looked back since Paris.
You can tell she's not searching anymore. She has a plan, and she's executing that plan.
Good. Take a look at our top tracer technology here, presented by Progressive Insurance. She's missed 1 fairway each day this week. That's it. I like the chances here. What do you think?
I do too. I mean, little fade. This time, riding the wind a little bit. Ooh.
Down.
See.
How about
Even avoiding the divots.
How about for Gino now? 2 up, even through the 8th hole today, but now 3 behind.
Well, the important thing for Gino, I mean, she's obviously not going with the driver here, Amy, but is to just keep plugging away. Just keep hitting quality shots, try and make some putts.
Yeah, the team moved up at this hole today, playing 401 yards.
And Gino's very pragmatic too. She knows that she has no influence over what Lydia does.
Nearly influenced her there.
Yeah. And so she still has to play quality golf, no matter what Lydia does.
8 on you for birdie up ahead. Talked about feeling freer since that victory a couple of weeks ago in Boston 3 weeks ago. 4 straight birdies, and Hayden tied for 3rd. At the 18th, this for a finishing eagle for Germany's Esther Henseleit. Coming off her first Solheim last week.
Well, it was a good performance for Esther. The Solheim Cup didn't appear to be nervous, even though inside it had to be butterflies everywhere.
Great summer for her. She won the silver medal at the Olympics. The gold medalist Lydia Ko is out in front again here.
This is Stephanie Kiriakou at the 15th. Back on 9 under par. And that's going to get back to the hole. We've seen some good shots here coming down the stretch. It's been a tough day for Steph. She's 2 over par.
All three of these players in the final group in the same area at the 14th. I think Yan Liu is going to go first.
I think she's in the her ball ended up in the drainage area.
I think Lydia actually is the farthest back. 17.
This is Gabby Lopez. Putting across the green. Is it not quite for Gabby? Important week coming up in Arkansas next week, and she will be excited to go there in some better form. Currently inside the top 10, heading back to where she went to university.
You see, Yan Liu just left her tee in the ground there. And Lydia is going to be first to play, leading by 3.
All three of these players within 2 yards of each other in this collection area, just to the left side of this fairway. Ko will be first to go. She's got 124 yards to the pin. Hole today in the back middle portion of this green.
It's okay. The wind just got hold of that one a little bit. You could hear the wind gusting in the microphone there. I quite agree.
So after getting the relief from that drain, great. Yan Liu is going to drop it.
Careful. Just stayed at the very front of that divot. And this is what. Oh, no, it didn't.
No.
It's in the divot. Ah. And I was going to say, this is where, you know, the rule change that you drop from shoulder. It used to drop from shoulder high. Now you drop from knee high. Really helps a player. You can really try and be pinpoint with that drop.
Just a yard in front of Ko, 123 to the pin. There's a big ridge across the front of this green. Anything short's going to kind of repel off the front.
We talked about what a big week it is as she tries to secure her card for next year. She's 3 over since the 8th hole for the green here. Maybe a little opening here for Gino with Lydia 25 or so feet away.
122 for Titicoon, ball just below her feet. Wind starting to pick up again. It is helping.
Two birdie putts coming up for the final group. 17.
Yeah, poor tee shot here in the bunkers on the right side. Nelly drove it left yesterday into the rough, so they've been just trying to avoid running out in that rough today, and now she's going to have to get it up and down for a par to stay at 15 under. But it is looking more and more likely that it will be Lydia again as a winner. We'll see.
Final group is at the par 4 14th, and it has been a big swing since the 8th hole. Lydia Ko was 2 down as they headed to the 9th. She's now 3 ahead. And Amy Rogers with that final group. She's going to go first, is she not, Lydia, here at the 14th?
Yes, Ko is away here. She'll be putting from long range from the front of the screen. That ridge that I mentioned sort of guards this whole location. She's going to have to put up and over that ridge to get back to the back tier of the screen where the hole is located today. Once she clears that, it'll move slightly downhill to the hole, moving right to left.
Should go at about 20 feet away, just inside that for birdie. That's going to be a 2-putt. How many 1-putts for Lydia today?
She's had, it was 9 through 13, so that's a lot of 1-putts.
Let us move ahead to the 18th, and Yuka Saso with her 3rd. She's tied for 3rd place. And that'll be for birdie. Now a chance for Gino at 14.
Yeah, we saw her roll in a long one a few holes back here. She's got about 20 feet here from the back of the screen, down the hill, breaking right to left.
Okay, long one to the 12th, the long one to the 14th, and the lead is 2. Have a tough 15th. 16's been tough.
So the nice approach from Steph Kyriakou at the 15th, and she does convert the birdie, so that gets her to 10 under par. Battling away, trying to get it back to level par for the day. This is the 3rd for Nelly at 17 on the downslope. No, it's going to come back a little bit, I think, as well.
I think she was trying to play the bump into the bank, and consequently, by trying to keep the trajectory down a bit, she got a lot of grass stuck between the ball and the club.
Hate on you. 2nd at 15. What a great run she's been on, and she's going to be looking forward to next week defending her title at the event in Arkansas.
Oh, she's going to go into it with some seriously good form as well.
Yeah. To get her to 17 under par. Nelly paced this one off. I think she fancies chipping it in. 6 wins this season. Doesn't look like it's going to be a 7th for Nelly, but still one of 8 players since 1980 to have won 6 times or more in an LPGA season. Pretty incredible stuff. Valenzuela 2nd at the 15th. Big first bounce there. It's okay.
Up at the 18th, Nana Kurtz-Madsen, the only LPGA winner from Denmark. And had a nice run. 5 birdies in a 6-hole stretch. This for a closing birdie. She'll have that for a round of 69.
This week's Aon Risk Reward Challenge hole is the par 5 18th. A massive dogleg right. The par 5 18th at TPC Rivers Bend will challenge players' decision-making from the tee, especially regarding their target line. The Aon Insight tells us that cutting the corner adds value on a tee shot that is uphill and partially blind. But it also brings the most punishing miss into play with a costly bunker, lateral hazard, and out of bounds, all looming to the right. Players who hit the fairway will have a green light to go for the green in 2, with those using a more aggressive line expected to be over 6 times more successful than those with equal or more driving distance on a safer line. A true risk-reward hole, the 18th offers a chance to close with a red number as long as players make better decisions along the way.
$1 million at stake for that season-long competition. Aon Risk-Reward Challenge. Yuka Saso for a closing birdie.
Oh.
It's going to be for a 65-15.
Yeah, 4 holes to play. No need for driver here for Titicoon.
Par 4 playing 425 today, the longest we've seen it so far this week.
Stand on the
Yeah,
path,
that
Blake.
back hole location. They want to run out of fairway, so it's going to be below her feet there. The ball really running out. Looks like the low one for Lydia. She's going to try and cut this one, Amy, with the driver.
This fairway tilts left to right. Anything up that left side is going to give her a nice angle to this green. As you mentioned, that pin all the way in the back today, a whole location we haven't seen all first few days was always down in the front.
I think the players have found this whole location a little bit more gettable. Lots of green to use. You can roll it up. We've got that tee down fairway finder shot for Lydia. Ball doesn't travel in the air quite as far when she does that, but with that left to right fade, with the wind pushing it that way.
Yeah, we've seen more birdies here today than we did yesterday. Valenzuela trying to add to the total. No.
Ooh.
You can see that little fringe behind. Just didn't help there at all. Let's go back to 18.
And Yuka, who had not shot around in the 60s in the last couple of months, puts a couple, 3 of them in fact, on the board this week. That's more like the Yuka that we saw win the U.S. Women's Open again. Lydia now leading by 2.
Back at the 15th with Haydon Yu. Yeah. And that is 5 birdies in a row for Haydon Yu. Talk about coming alive on the back nine on Sunday. Is a perfect time to do it. And she, as we said, is in some really good form after that victory a couple of weeks ago at TPC Boston. This is only the 2nd stroke play event that the LPGA has played on one of the TPC golf courses. The first one was at FM Championship. Listening into a tire. And then Yan Liu. I think Yan Liu is going to be first to go.
You will be first to play. She's got 176 to this back hole location. The wind into the players at the moment. It was tough to find Leo's ball. There were so many leaves that have come down off these trees just since we made our way around this part of the course yesterday with all the wind kicking up.
Careful, don't want to go too far left. It was kind of heart in mouth time there. Yeah, I wonder if she's smiling now. But coming into this event with a run of 7 missed cuts and leaking oil coming down the stretch here is Yan Liu. It's not been a good final day for her. Now Lydia.
A rare missed fairway for Ko. Just trundling into the rough off the right side of the fairway. Setting up nicely though. She'll have a good angle. Again, this pin way in the back. It's kind of in this little bowl in the back portion of the screen.
One of the things that impressed me about Lydia's victory at the Olympics was her play from the rough. And it's because she hits a little cut shot. She gets a much better angle on the back of the ball than a lot of players.
Ranked first in fairways so far this week. Oh, nice big bounce at the front of that green. It's going to labour to get back.
It's looking great, Tom.
Wow.
Yeah. Still going.
Still going. Just the imagination that she has and the shot making. Pitching that on the front of the green, knew that it would probably get a big first bounce.
She reads the lie really well. She understands golf and what the ball's going to do from certain lies and certain positions. It's fabulous to watch.
Well, 5 straight birdies for ahead on you. Here she is at the par 3 16th. So Nelly's do something similar.
Just downwind. Downwind, really hard to get the ball to stop.
Just 3 birdies all day at that 16th.
Ball of Gino Tittigan just below her feet here, Amy.
Yeah, from the first cut just off the right side of this fairway. Wind's starting to pick up again now. Downwind. She's got 125 to the hole.
Careful, careful. Oh, it's a mistake there. Not going to get down to the penalty area, but you can't afford to make mistakes when you're battling against Lydia Ko, and she's in this sort of form. It's advantage Ko here on the 15th. And we're back here in the final round of the Kroger Queen City Championship, presented by P&G. A technical issue there, but let's watch Tittigan. And that was nicely done. She's going to need to make the one coming back for the par. As we look from the fairway side of the penalty area at the 15th. And Yan Liu. It's a contrast, I would think, Amy, watching Yan Liu as opposed to those other 2 players. And it's been difficult for Yan, the other 2 making it look easy at times.
Absolutely. But she's recognized, I think, that she's in a learning situation, saying this week, you know, she just wanted to try and be a sponge and absorb everything that she could to try to learn, to continue to improve. And there's really no 2 better players to learn from than the 2 she's playing alongside today.
Be nice to see her make this one, make life a little bit easier. It's a good try.
And in so many ways too, when you get paired with Lydia or Gino, I mean, they're just really good people to be out on the golf course with as well. And that always helps. Caddies are nice. It's just an encouraging environment as in many ways. And sure, they're competing, but Lydia's going to compete in her way, which is I'm just going to hit good golf shots.
This was the shot that set up the birdie putt for Lydia, just coming out of that rough. It was a different angle as well because she'd gone so far right off the tee. It was like a straight shot, whereas usually you play across into this green from the fairway, and it just kept getting better. Look how close it gets and where it looked like it was going to finish.
One of the key factors, Tom, to her round today is how good her distance control has been. She's known exactly where she's needed to land it to get the right result.
Looking back from the 16th tee down onto that green, and a birdie putt for Lydia.
As I mentioned, this hole today, way in the back in this little bowl, so everything around this cup just kind of funnels down to the hole. So Ko has a delicate downhill putt here, about 10 feet. It's going to want to move off to her right.
Get it right.
Oh, yeah.
She did. Just fending off Gino Tidekun with the birdie, and now to 8 under par in this final round. Looking to shoot the lowest round of the week here.
Seriously, I mean, what a great round of golf she's playing. I mean, I thought 22 under would be pretty good. About 20 under would be pretty good, but here she is, 22. She's blowing that out of the water.
You feel like this one has to go in here. 4 behind with 3 to play would be very difficult task. 3 behind is hard enough.
5 feet below the hole, downhill for Tidekun.
No. It's just that second shot at 13 and the second shot at 15. Mistakes that lead to bogeys on holes that Lydia made birdie. And that's the difference between the two of them. Those 4 shots. Now Lydia Ko with the birdie putt. She's going to be going to Korea tonight. Got a flight in a few hours after the close of play, heading over there. And think how much energy there's going to be to watch Lydia Ko play on the LPGA Tour. If she does come off a victory here, and having won that AIG Women's Open last month into the LPGA Hall of Fame. We know how much they love women's golf in Korea, and they're going to love to see Lydia.
It's going to be a great field there on the KLPGA. Minjee Lee, Patty Tavatanakit, Leanne Malixie, who won the U.S. Amateur, and the U.S. Girls earlier this year. She's going to be in the field. Up ahead for 6 in a row. Head on you. All right, that'll be for par. Up at the 18th, finishing up a long week after the thrill of the Solheim Cup victory for the first time. Nelly Korda.
Oh, just caught the tree.
That happened on Thursday. Both cases, she had it come down straight rather than kick right. 8 on you for her par.
There was just a little hitch with her left shoulder as she came through that ball. Like, it wasn't a smooth rock of the shoulders. It was just a quick pick up with that left shoulder through impact.
Lydia waiting back on the 16th tee. Shoes tied nice and tightly. Hayden for her bogey. Looks like it's going to be her 10th top 10 of the season in 20 starts.
50% top 10 rates, not a bad.
Good?
Your bank manager is going to be fairly happy with that too.
You're right.
Do they still have bank managers? Is that still a thing?
Financial advisors, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, money managers.
Well, then Valenzuela for her par. Grew up in Geneva. Lives in the Dallas area here in the U.S. Long week for her as well, like Nelly, coming off her first Solheim Cup. Good performance. Good year for Alban. A couple of times in contention to win. 3 holes to go and a 2-shot deficit. And the start of the day is now a 4-shot advantage, and everyone wants to get a close-up of the Hall of Fame member.
By 60s. I think we can have a section on that. And those trees are not moving. They weren't when we were first speaking about it.
Can you see that ball?
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah. It's a little light, but you can just stand up.
This hole 184 yards today. Wind starting to pick up again. Players hitting straight into the wind.
Into the wind with a cut. Let's see if Lydia can get it anywhere near the hole. That's been tough today. Doesn't really need to get it that close to the hole up by 4.
No, exactly. She's made a par on this hole every day so far this week.
We'll take a look at Lydia Ko. Most career wins by active players. With that 21st win at St. Andrews, she tied NB Park and the Hall of Fame member, another Hall of Fame member, Marilyn Smith, one of the founders, tied for 25th in LPGA history. And the vast majority of those ahead of her played 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years ago. So in the modern era, not many with more wins than Lydia.
No, and you know, Lydia's still very active out here on the LPGA Tour, and you know, for her to have that amount is quite impressive. Yanni's saying not really competitive anymore. I think you look at that list, you see Nelly, you see Brooke Henderson as players that can encroach on their numbers a little bit.
3rd shot at the par 5 18 for Nelly. Not sure when we'll see Nelly again. Maybe not until Pelican. And they're not far from where she won her first title this season in Bradenton. 4 down with 3 to play. Gino Titigun on the tee at 16.
Wind easing up quite a bit. That whole location right in the middle of the screen today.
Well, she's made a couple of longish putts for birdie on this back 9. Going to need to make a few more. Lydia Ko leading by 4 with time running out. Well, things have cooled off a bit today in terms of the weather. Some storms in the area, but it's been Lydia Ko who has created the storm. She is 8 under par today. She's gone from 2 back to 4 ahead, and she's got this second shot at the par 3 16.
And she's got a lot to consider here. She's walked all over this green, took the pin out as well. She's about 5 feet off the back on the upslope of this shaved bank. She's got putter in hand now. Looks like she's going to take putter, so she'll have about 5 feet of that fringe to work through first, and then she's going to have to carry this shelf. It extends about 15 feet onto this green, and then she'll catch a downslope down to this hole. So we know Lydia Ko likes to get creative. We'll see how she manages to navigate this one.
Well, it's interesting because she's as good as they come with a wedge in her hand or chipping it. So for her to pull out a putter really gives you an idea that that this really is the best option when it comes to this shot. I trust her more than anybody else to make the right call when it comes to shot decision making. The fact that there's so much downhill really plays into this choice.
Not in. But, not bad at all. And Titikun for birdie in a moment. First up to the 18th, and Nelly Korda to finish her week with a birdie. She may stay in bed for a week.
I wouldn't blame her one bit.
Yeah, she said Friday was good, or Thursday was going to be an all day in bed kind of vibe after she played her morning round. Helped the Americans reclaim the Solheim Cup. All right. This is Yan Liu at 16th for birdie.
Oh, starting to feel a few drops fall, guys. First time we felt any sort of precipitation. It's just kind of sprinkling at the moment. Liu has a long effort here, about 35 feet across this green. This is going to break from her right to left.
I know you used to joke, if there's a drought, just bring the LPGA to town, right? I mean, they haven't had measurable precip since August 16th here.
No.
Not measurable yet, just a few sprinkles.
And stay away for another hour or so.
Second at the 17th for Heidan Yu. Doesn't make it easy coming out of the rough. There's not a lot of green to work with. Whoa, that was close. It almost pitched on the rocks.
Lydia's got about 4.5 feet for par. This is Titikun for birdie.
She has atop that same ridge we saw Ko putt up and over a few moments ago, so she'll have a good idea of the speed on this.
She's still going to be away. Just 4 birdies all day at 16.
It's a tough, I mean, with it being so downwind, that's what's really causing the players difficulty in getting it close. Hard to stop.
This one's even more difficult by the looks of things for Alban.
Can't even see the ball. Must be the thickest bit of grass we've seen out here, Tom.
Asking for it to settle. Okay.
And back at the 16th, par putts first for Titikun.
Left herself a lot of work coming back, about 10 feet back up the hill.
It was a really good start, but then trouble at the 9th. Unable to birdie 11 as Lydia made eagle. And she's trailed ever since. Now Liu for her par.
8 feet for Liu. Also back up the hill.
Well, these are big putts for Yan. 94th in the race to the CME Globe, second-year player from China. She's one of the Epson Tour, graduated from the Epson Tour a couple of years ago. Hoping to stay inside that top 100 at season's end. Meanwhile, Lydia Ko looking for career victory number 22 and her third this year. That doesn't even include the Olympic gold, unofficial event.
Starting to give Nelly a bit of a run for her money in the Player of the Year.
I want to ask you about that as we move forward.
Rain starting to pick up, guys. A lot more consistent rainfall now. Getting a little heavier.
Well, she battled and beat the elements at St. Andrews, and she is 2 holes away from winning a second straight start.
Not easy, this one for Head on You. Saw Nelly struggle from a similar spot. And that will be to remain at 16 under par. It's been a really good season for Head on You. She's 4th in the race to the CME Globe. It just shows you how well she's played with that victory we talked about at TPC Boston. Yan Liu on the tee at the 17th. Careful down the right side.
Bunkers. Oh. Oh.
Oh no.
That's going to be quite hard too. Very close to that lip on the upslope. Kind of hit a pull shot from those upslopes.
And Gino back on the tee. Still raining out there, Amy.
It's actually eased up a little bit, so maybe it was just a little pop-up. Still gusting quite a bit, though. This par 4 17th, 403 yards today.
She's lost this one. All right, that she pitched right at the bunker. That's not gone very far either. 4 shots behind. You can't afford to hit that shot off the tee at 17. Well, Lydia just needs to find the fairway here.
Expect her to tee this one down again then.
Let's see what she's got in her hand there. Is that the driver? It is. There it is. Good call, Karen.
Yep.
Look how far that's teed down. Imagine how if you're playing at home trying to hit the driver with that ball teed that far. You would never do it. Lydia has just found the shot that she really likes. Tees it down and just hits the little left to right fairway finder.
Good ball.
There it is. Yeah, look at that. And it's just going to trundle on down that tight on the right side, which is a really good line. Just going to avoid the divots here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Spectacular, really.
Trying to become the first player to get it up and down out of that bunker today. Green side. Valenzuela for par. Got to hit it. Got to hit it. So that's a bogey at 14, a bogey at 17 for Valenzuela.
Well, Alim Kim, one of the biggest hitters in the game, for eagle at 18. Yeah, that'll be a tap-in birdie. That'll move her inside the top 10. Lydia Ko cruising in the fairway at 17 and up by 4.
Back with Gino Tiedekun here at the 17th, second shot.
Challenging second shot. Totally blind. Can't see this green at all with this high lip in front of her. Out ahead of this bunker. She's got 167 to this front pin.
She's got to try and go for it. She's 4 behind. And it's going to end up in that bunker on the downslope.
You say no one's got up and down from that bunker yet today?
Correct.
Yeah. It's just not easy. I mean, you don't have an awful lot of green to use past that flag to be aggressive with it, so the tendency is to be very tentative.
And still difficult here for Yan Liu.
Yeah, we're going to need you to move out of the rope, please. Thank you.
Her tee shot just caught this bunker, caught the lip and rolled back down into the bunker. So she's a few feet back of this lip, but she's going to have to do a lot of work to get this up quickly.
Because of the upslope, the tendency is to not get your weight forward, so you're very easy to pull it if you're not careful.
Asking for it to go. Oh no, what a shame. It's the only player not under par for the round inside the top 18 players on the leaderboard, and the round is going to get worse here in a time where she just needs to get it into the clubhouse and protect her position in order to make the job for the rest of the season easier and keeping her card. Lydia, though, can be conservative here. She doesn't need to attack.
Well positioned once more on the right side of the fairway. 119 yards downwind.
Really hard to turn that off, Tom, that no need to attack mode when you're striking it so well.
It just seemed like it maybe hung on the wind a little bit there. Let's see, that breeze not really affecting the flag, indicating that it may have just, the wind may have just grabbed it. Still a 4-shot lead, both players missing the green.
Today's coverage is brought to you by Procter & Gamble, touching lives, improving life, and by Volunteers of America, dedicated to building healthy communities through health, housing, and human services. Give at VOA.org.
So at the 17th, you can see the ball there of Yan Liu. She's going to have that for a bogey. This is the 3rd shot now for Tiedekun. This might need to go in. Oh, it just came out too soft on her.
It's just so hard to make yourself hit that hard enough when you're staring at the penalty area right behind the hole.
This is a birdie putt for Bianca Pagdinanen. Really needed that one. Tough back 9 for her as she fights to keep her LPGA card. Had a career best finish at the Walmart Northwest Arkansas Championship last year. She'll head there next week.
Well, it's time for Lydia Ko to show us some more short game magic here.
She always does. She's just found this patchy, wispy rough off to the right of this green. She's got plenty of green to work with here.
It's going to run past the hole, but she'll have that for a par to remain at 22 under. Gino Tiedekun is struggling for a par here, so Lydia may well have that for a 5-shot lead heading to the 72nd tee. She can be very comfortable in this position, and it's a joy to watch when Lydia's in this sort of form. She had that dip in her career where she did struggle with the golf swing, and it was tough to watch, knowing how good she was when she was a teenager and what she had done, and then to see that slip in form. But she's back now where she belongs, and we don't know how long she's going to be playing the game as a professional, but going to be enjoying watching over the next several seasons. This one would be nice if it goes in for Gino. Try and keep some hopes alive. No. Not quite in 4 or 5 just yet.
I think the fact that Lydia is so competitive so soon after getting into the LPGA Hall of Fame and you know, getting that gold medal, winning another major, I think she set herself some new goals. I think she wants to get the Grand Slam. She wants to get all those major championship trophies, have her name on every single one of them.
Tough day for Steph Kiriakou from Australia. Like Pogdananan over par today.
And Liu now for a bogey. Well, if she can take some positives away from this week, she's ended that run of 7 consecutive missed cuts. 26 years of age in her 2nd year out here, but today on a big stage with a chance to shore up her card, starting the day 3 shots behind, the chance to win, which would have been massive against the 2 players she's playing alongside. She'll be disappointed now, but she needs to do something on 18 to make that task for the rest of the season a little bit easier.
There's normally an aha moment for a player like her, where you're in this situation with the best in the world, and you look at them and then you look at what they do, and if you can apply that to you and realize, okay, what did they do that I didn't do? What was it that I was feeling out there that stopped me from performing at my best? If you can really do that self-assessment, you can really use it moving forward as a good learning experience, and that's what Amy said that Liu wanted to do.
Now Lydia for par.
She's got about 7 feet here coming back. Not a lot of movement in this though.
Yeah, and it's going to be a comfortable lead for Lydia Ko heading to that final hole. Think about what she's achieved. Race to the CME Globe Champion 3 times, Rolex Player of the Year twice. Louise Suggs Rolex Rookie of the Year in 2014. She's won the CME Group Tour Championship a couple of times. This would be a good year to win it. And I tell you what, if we go to Tiburon with Lydia playing really well and Nelly playing really well, that would be a fitting end to the season if those two were battling for that $4 million first prize that Terry Duffy from the CME Group will hand out there on Sunday evening. Gino just cleaning up.
Now 5-shot leads are nice, but you don't ever really relax until you've hit the green. Then you can really soak it up.
Pretty long walk as well from the 17th green down across the bridge and up to the 18th tee. Let's go to the 18th hole now.
And the most recent winner on tour, that was in Boston 3 weeks ago. Head on you. Second shot at the par 5.
What a nice simple swing.
Keep it here. Alban Valenzuela second.
Trying to get this to chase a little bit. Oh, what a break. Out, it was in the tree. That could have gone anywhere.
And playing in that penultimate grouping, Korea's Hyo Jun Jang. She's number 113, as you see, in the CME Globe. And
she got some movement on that to get it around that tree.
Think about this day. Began 2 shots back. She was still 2 back through 8 holes, and now here she is making her way to the 18th tee, up by 5. So you mentioned this earlier, Karen, talking about player of the year. And on the LPGA Tour, it is purely points based. There is no vote. And because Nelly has the 6 wins, this would be the 3rd official win for Lydia. She gets no points for winning the Olympic gold medal. Same story for Nelly back in 2021. And so even if she wins this week, she's still going to be 100 points behind Nelly Korda. You get 30 for a win. So mathematically, it's almost locked up. I would ask you, if Lydia were to go in and win this one and have 3 wins plus the gold medal, plus getting into the Hall of Fame, both she and Nelly would each have a major championship this year. Would you be inclined to vote for Lydia? And how many players do you think might vote for Lydia given what has happened to her this year?
I think that's an interesting proposition. I mean, I like the fact that the LPGA is points based because you cannot argue with that.
Good.
I think Nelly should have got points for her Olympic victory. I think Lydia should have got points for her Olympic victory. I think it's worthy of points for player of the year.
She's missed 5 fairways all week.
I would still give it to Nelly, though. 6 victories is 6 victories with the 1 major each.
Each has done extraordinary things. Nelly tied the all-time LPGA record with 5 straight wins.
But Lydia's making it closer than it could have been.
The sentimental value would incline, I think, some to at least consider voting for Lydia. And who knows, if Lydia were to go on to win a couple of more times, I don't think she can catch Nelly, given how many times she's going to play the rest of the season. And you only get points for top 10 finishes. Nelly's going to get 6 points this finish today.
I mean, we can't forget just how good Nelly was, though, at the start of the year. I mean, it was ridiculous what she did.
It was front page news beyond just the LPGA, even beyond the sports pages. She was at the Met Gala, remember, starring there, turning heads. Now, Gino, how will this day feel for her?
I think she'll be a little disappointed, but she's also a competitor and knows that she didn't have the right shot when it came down to it. That she went over the green a couple of times at crucial moments, but she's pounded another drive down this 18th fairway.
She's taken on that right side a couple of times this week. And up ahead, Hyo Jun Jang. This is for Eagle. Going to be a round of 69 if she gets that to drop. She's shown the propensity to go low. 62, a couple of 64s for Hyo Jun in a year and a half on tour.
It's important to know you have those in the bag. If you're a player that doesn't believe that they've got a really, really low one, then the LPGA is a tough place to try and play. Because if 68, 70 is as good as what you think you've got, it's not going to be good enough.
Here's Alban Valenzuela finishing up. She checked 1 box, career goals, making a Solheim Cup team, now looking for her first win. Lydia Ko closing in on win number 22. Right, this to break a tie with Yuka Saso. Eagle putt for Haedon Yu. Nice little run for Hayden. Got the win 3 weeks ago. Solo third here, and then she'll go to Arkansas later this week to defend.
Absolutely. I think she likes bent grass greens.
And now the comebacker for birdie for Hyo Jun Jang. That's important. That moves her inside the top 100 for now. Race to the CME Globe.
599.
Yeah.
One more full swing for Lydia.
I mean,
85. Yeah, I was going to say 200 is too far.
Is that the pair on the left edge of that bunker?
Yeah, it's basically on the right edge of that P&G, like the structure there.
Just play that number, right? Just because of my ball flight?
Yeah, correct. Good? All right, come on. Good committed swing.
Not a bad season there, Grant.
Sounds like they're aiming for that P&G logo in the back, Karen.
Yeah, no, that's exactly where she's going from with her ball flight she was talking about. Little fade. This should really set up well for her. I mean, you've seen how good she is with these hybrids, Amy.
195 from here for Ko.
That was just perfect for her. Little fade into that wind. Get it to sit down softly.
I mean, she's made one bogey all week. One.
I mean, what a good looking golf swing. I mean, the backswing's perfectly on plane. Little fade. She knows what the ball's doing. I mean, how precise has she been with her landing areas too? Distance control. Effortless golf.
She has turned this two-horse race into a runaway Secretariat style. Lydia Ko up 5 and putting for eagle.
Liu just managing to keep this in the fairway up the left side of the fairway. She's got 164 to this whole location. It's in the front middle of the screen.
Nice as well.
And that could be very important for her. And after another brilliant drive, Gino Titica.
Ball just slightly below her feet. She's got 150 to the hole.
That's nothing into this flag. What a tee shot, Amy.
309 yesterday. I would imagine it was about the same today.
Great shot.
And through 8 holes, it was Titicun by 2. But now it's Lydia Ko, just a few steps away from career victory number 22. Karen, you played with her before she even joined the LPGA Tour. She was the youngest ever winner. She was the youngest ever major champion. She had 14 wins before she turned the age of 20. But now, moments away from her 3rd official victory this season, plus that all-important gold medal that got her into the LPGA Hall of Fame. And there's a lot to smile about if you're Lydia Ko.
She knows she's won this. I mean, even before she hit that hybrid, she was allowing herself to let it go, just to smile, to just enjoy the moment.
From Bangkok, Thailand.
And This will never get old, watching Lydia Ko win tournaments and championships.
And from Auckland, New Zealand, Lydia Ko.
As Tom mentioned, she's not sure how much longer she's going to play, but she just keeps setting new goals. After she won the Olympic gold medal, she said, yeah, I would like to win another major. And what did she do? She went to St. Andrews and won one. And after that, she said, you know, I'd like to win a few more events, too. I'm not quite done. And here she is, with another win.
She has yet to win the US Women's Open. She's yet to win the KPMG Women's PGA Championship. There's 2 majors there that don't have Lydia Ko's name on their trophy. And I'm pretty sure that's got to be a really good goal of hers.
And, you know, the way the LPGA designates the career Grand Slam, if she wins one more of those, either the U.S. Women's Open or the KPMG Women's PGA, they would declare her as having won the career slam, even though she hadn't won all 5. Once Evian was added in 2013, the LPGA said they didn't want to punish those players who had won 4 and make it harder to achieve the career slam. So it would be a technicality, but for Lydia, I wouldn't put it past her to win both next year.
Well, no, particularly the way her game has been stacking up this year, the way she's hitting fairways, the way she's found a way to get the ball around the golf course so that her talents of short game can really shine. The putting, the chipping. I mean, it's just been impressive these last few months for Lydia.
Amy, you've had a front row seat right here in your neighborhood. What a champion this event is going to have.
Couldn't ask for much better. This has been fantastic, having a front row seat to this all week. As Karen said, she's just been impeccable. I mean, just flawless, effortless golf. It's been a real thrill.
That's the veteran move. Let the others go ahead and clear out. Then you've got to tap in. The stage is cleared. She knows how to do it.
I think she would have preferred that to be maybe like inches away.
Yeah, probably so.
Yeah.
You remember the first time you played in the final group on a Sunday?
I do.
This is Yan Liu's first time to do it. What will she potentially learn?
I think that she'll learn that you have zero control over what anybody else in your group is doing. Players can come out the blocks really quickly and beat you very quickly. There's nothing you can do about how somebody else plays. You can control your score. And I think she will look at it and think, I let a few shots get away by trying too hard to keep up with Lydia, by trying to make something happen, as opposed to just playing my game and playing the shot that was required at that moment. Some days you just get beaten, and that's golf.
This to move into the top 10. She is going to break out of a giant pack. 9 players tied at 10 under par. Moves her to 11 and a tie for 14th. And she will move up a little bit in the race to the CME Globe. Can't quite secure her card for next year yet, but a good showing for Yan Liu after those 7 straight missed cuts. All right, there is some money at stake here. A couple of putts to break out of that tie for second for Gino.
Wouldn't put it past her to make this. Certainly gave it a go.
think she said to Lydia, let me go ahead and finish up here.
Yeah.
This leaderboard, Karen, got New Zealand in front, got Korea represented, Hae-Dan-Yu, Thailand's Titakun, Japan, Yuka Saso, also Philippines as well, Nelly Korda, of course, world number 1, Mexico, Switzerland in that top 10 as well, Denmark, come from all over. And they've made this tour a better place, and Gino Titakun is an absolute star, former number 1 of the world, past champion next week at the Walmart Northwest Arkansas Championship. Not to beat today. The birdie putt here for Lydia Ko. And the hits just keep coming for Lydia Ko. Win number 22. She comes from 2 back to win the Kroger Queen City Championship presented by P&G by 5. And she shoots the low round of the week by 2 in so doing. I mean, there's doing it, Karen, and then there's doing it in style.
Of course.
She may never get that champagne smell off this year. Olympic gold medal, the win at St. Andrews, and now another victory. She moves into 2nd place in the race to the CME Globe. Nelly still that big lead. While we have a moment, down to Amy Rogers with our champion once again.
Lydia, this magical run you've been on continues here in Cincinnati. How would you describe the golf you've been playing over this last month?
It's been pretty surreal. You know, I had the most unbelievable 3 weeks in Europe, and now after having another 3 weeks off, you're not entirely sure what it's going to be like. But I started off, this event really strong, playing well the first couple of days, and I kind of hung on there yesterday. And I said, I know that Gino and a lot of the other girls aren't going to play bad golf, so I just got to try and play even better golf. And to have a round like this to cap off a win is pretty special.
A winner now in back-to-back starts, obviously an Olympic gold medalist, 3-time winner now this season. What are your goals now as you look to the closing stretch of the season, given what you've already achieved?
Yeah, I think I pretty much told myself, hey, I don't know if this is going to happen, but the things that I didn't believe in happened these past couple months, and I struggled a lot during the middle of this season, and I was in a place where okay, am I really going to be in the Hall of Fame, and all of those doubts. But I had a fairy tale of these past couple months, and now I feel like if I set my mind to it, maybe I can do it. So I think it's always been a goal of mine to be to do the career Grand Slam, but I just thought that would be so out there. But I feel like I've already been part of this fairy tale, so why not?
Dreams becoming reality. Lydia Ko, congratulations on another win.
Thank you, Amy.
That fairy tale just keeps growing. New chapters get added almost every week for Lydia, don't they? One more look. One bogey for the week.
I mean, that's just impressive golf across the board. She said she wasn't sure what she was going to get. Well, we got a whole lot of Lydia Ko at her best this week.
2 shots back after 8 holes. And a 5-shot victory. Gino dropped a couple, but that was mostly Lydia Ko, wasn't it?
It really was. Just magnificent performance.
She's had a lot of those. Had a lot of those this year. And that's the final tally. Another great week here in the Queen City. A reminder coming up next. Final round coverage of the Korn Ferry Tour's nationwide Children's Hospital Championship as the finals continue. And then we're with you on Friday, 3-day event. The Walmart Northwest Arkansas Championship will be with you at 8 o'clock Eastern Time on Friday for first round coverage on Golf Channel. Thanks to our producer Glenn Zadatsky, director Jeff Jastro, and their entire incredible team. Women and men bringing you the coverage. Karen Stupples, Tom Abbott, Amy Rogers. I'm Grant Boone. After a golden summer, fall begins with another win from Lydia Ko.